Hey guys, it's been a bit. Today, I'll be committing questionable acts in Teardown while talking about school, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. It's been several months since I've done a video like this, so this video is going to be a little bit longer than normal, and I apologize beforehand for any terrible editing or subtitling. As a bit of a heads up, I'm going to be gone for the rest of this month, as tomorrow I will be going to the airport and leaving for a different country until July 10th, and probably won't be able to resume uploads until a week after that, knowing how bad I can get jet lagged. Anyways, on with the video. January, my Jasmine went to this festival thing, and it was a bit hectic, per se. We had to show up at school at 5:30 in the morning, and we went on this long bus ride, and, well, during that entire day, this one friend of mine decided to pull a couple shenanigans. The first thing he did that morning, right before we got on the bus, was he got hungry, I guess, and, well, he deep-throated a banana. On the bus ride, he took a photo of me when I fell asleep, so, yeah. And then around lunchtime, he came up with this elaborate plan to say I was adopted with the rest of us, somehow related, so we could go to some Mexican grill. But in the end, we had to be dealt with stupid Chick-fil-A sandwiches and Costco pizza that was way too overpriced. I think Chick-fil-A is like extremely overpriced, actually, for its quality. Anyways, this friend then brought out a whole can of shaving cream and got it all over his hands, and apparently he wanted to play Pie Face, but he didn't bring the game or whatever it is, and he didn't bring whipped cream, he brought his shaving cream. Like, what? And then this dude decided that he wanted a picture on top of something in the school, so he climbed up this, like, pole onto these rafters, and, like, on one side of the rafters, there's like this 20-foot drop. It was crazy. Thankfully, he didn't die or anything. All for a photo, man. Anyways, at the end of the day, we were probably awake for all like 18 hours, because I don't think anybody took a nap. I mean, a lot of people left early, but I couldn't leave early. And, well, when I got home, I decided to go stream some Minecraft, because I've got nothing better to do. And I am surely not going to fix my terrible sleep schedule. Moving onwards, my AP Comp Sci teacher has figured out some sort of weird infinite money glitch, and we all hate him for it. Because what he does is he sits there and does nothing, and he somehow makes 150k a year, which is crazy for a teacher in our area. And what he does, really, is he just puts on these videos explaining the topic, and he doesn't provide any input of his own. And then he makes us go on this self-learning website for the rest of class. So we basically learn nothing from him, and it's basically a self-taught course. So, of course, me and my friends just don't pay attention, and, well, I had an argument with one friend about why you shouldn't gamble with CS2 grades, and he was like, I'ma prove you wrong, and he lost $20. And the funniest thing about it is he got really lucky, too. He got one purple, a couple of blues, and a pink, and he still lost $20, which is terrible. Terrible luck on his part, I guess. I don't know. Pink skins are like 3% chances, and he still lost money on that. It's crazy. And then our teacher disappeared for a month, and I figured out this really funny little batch file, which is a whole nother video. And yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all failed that test. Like, I don't know if I'm getting even a 4 at this point. Nothing really happens in my orchestra class, so yeah, we'll just move on to AP Calc. So one of my friends in this class, just I don't know why, but he does the craziest stuff, like randomly tries to do sound effects in class, like this gulping thing, except my teacher can't really hear it, so it's just a couple people in the class who hear it, and like it's driving them insane, and it kind of makes them look like schizophrenics to our teacher, which is the funniest part. He also got mad at this black guy in his group during a group practice test, and he very loudly said, when I grow up, I want to be a police officer. And, well, that's the quickest I've ever heard that class go silent. And our poor innocent teacher didn't really get the joke either. Also, it didn't really sound like a joke if you didn't have context, which kind of makes it worse. Moving on to English, I hate that class. I hate English as a subject in general. Like, why the fuck do I have to learn this? I already know how to speak the language. God damn you, English teachers. You're so strict on your freaking grading too. Like, what the heck? Anyways, it's so boring. And my class happens to be the one full of annoying, loud, popular kids. And they're always gossiping about who cheated on who. I do feel bad for my friend though, because he's sitting right next to drug dealers who just keep on passing for their vapes under the desk. Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be affiliated with those people. He also did this weird essay, I guess, in this weird browser. It was like some protected browser that didn't allow you to browse the web or anything until you completed your essay. And, this was all to prevent the use of AI. And I tried scrolling to look at the prompt on the browser, and it stopped me from being able to use my keyboard. Like, it completely disconnected my keyboard on a freaking laptop. How does that even happen? Yeah, I failed that anyways. Got an automatic 0 for that. Moving on to driver's ed. Teacher's pretty interesting. On the first day, he went and told us how he's lived in a ton of places because his dad has anger issues. Apparently, his dad would go punch out any manager that you didn't agree with, which I thought was kind of funny. And then this guy decides to go on a random tangent about how if we elected him president of the United States, he would invade Canada and call it North America. And then invade Mexico for the hot weather chicks and then call it South America. And then something about Venezuela and calling it South America. I don't know. He's a funny guy. He's got a lot of funny stories. It's pretty chill. And, well, other than that, I mean, I've pretty much figured out who's gonna die in that class, because it's Gen Alpha, man. First, there's this one freshman who brought this giant-ass iPad, which was somehow bigger than her forehead, into class, and decided to do a TikTok live on it in the middle of a lesson, and then asked to go to the bathroom with it and disappeared for like 30 minutes. Like, that's just natural selection. There is no way. Right? Right? Anyways, a lot of kids in my class are playing like Roblox and stuff, and there's this kid in the front who like tryhards on Roblox obbies. But what makes it worse is he's trying to hide it when he sits in the front where everyone can see him. Like, what? I don't know. I don't like it though that my teacher gets mad at like all those people who like aren't paying attention, because like, you know, it's natural selection. Just let them do what they do. They'll just die of stupidity later on, right? It's like those people who vape in the bathrooms all the time. Like, let's see who's laughing in 20 years when you can't breathe. History class is so boring. I don't even want to talk about it. That teacher is an op, though. Like, I don't know. She hates me now. There's also this real annoying kid who just tries being the class clown. Just comes off as really dense, insensitive, and insecure. Teacher hates him, which is the only thing we agree about, because that teacher just sits there and gives us busy work, which is kind of like my AP Comp Sci teacher. She pretty much hates me because I skipped 2 of her classes because of AP testing, but it kind of only looked like I skipped her class specifically because the school marked me truant instead of excused for the AP test or something. Those attendance office people are like terrible. I don't even know if they do their jobs or anything. Like, yeah. Anyways, yeah, that teacher hates me. And then I was like, you know, I might not be here on the last day of finals. I'm can I take the test early? And she was like, what? And I also was like, you know, it doesn't really matter. I'll still have an A if I don't take it. And she got really mad. And I think she hates me now. Moving on to chem. Class is slightly more interesting. We do a lot of fun labs, like set our hands on fire with like this propane bubble solution. And then we got to taste acid and bases. So hydrochloric acid kind of tastes like a diluted warhead without sugar, and sodium hydroxide tastes like soap. And if you don't know what soap tastes like because you were a good boy and didn't swear as a kid, it tastes really bitter. And then we had these projects after the test, and needless to say, we caused a little bit of mishaps. First off, we had this one group who was doing sparklers with steel wool, and well, they burned down a bush at our school. And apparently it's the second time in 5 years. The principal was like, oh, that's kind of funny, that's cool. And he came over to take a picture with us. And then we actually presented all these projects. The steel wool people, they got burning steel wool stuck on the roof, and they also accidentally let go and sent some burning steel wool towards the audience. That was kind of funny. And then my friend's group who was doing an ethanol cannon, they got a Nerf football stuck on the roof too. So yeah, more stuff. Me and my duo, we made some really basic sugar water, and then my classmate got it all over himself somehow, and somehow didn't get burned. It was a really weird and wacky field trip day, because we were presenting for middle schoolers, which I forgot to mention. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Sorry I haven't uploaded for a while until this random weird streak, but yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.